time for a new monthly favorites video. I'm gonna talk about some beauty products and also some TV shows and also like life experience, just basically highlights of the month. And also this might be my last monthly favorites video ever, so we have a lot of stuff to discuss. Hi guys, it's Magali, and if it's your first time on my channel, then welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. This is a video where we just sit and talk about the month that was. I kind of can guess what you're thinking, like what is with all of this. It's a little much, right? I went more all out today, and there's a reason for that. I wanted to do like a whole Y2K trend look because like Y2K is back, like the late 90s, early 2000s. I'm really vibing to this look because it's like for Gen Z kids who were born in the 2000s, they've only seen Y2K second hand, but for 90s kids like me, and I'm guessing some of y'all also, because I know a lot of my viewers are like around my age, like, you know, ready to turn 30 or just turn 30, stuff like that. We remember Y2K, right? Like, you remember watching those music videos, you remember everything. So it's like a nice fun little like nostalgic moment to actually dress up like that again. So most of the products I'm wearing today are from like Colourpop's Y2K collection, and I'm gonna link them in the description bar as always. I don't love the lip color, but I actually really like everything else. Even these butterfly clips are by Colourpop. The Super Shock shadow, it's this frosty lilac, and I know I'm gonna just wear the crap out of it, like, because their Super Shock shadows are anyway so easy to put on. And also, I hope you guys noticed this, I don't know how much the camera is picking up, but I have a little beaded name necklace thing happening here. This is actually a new offering from my brand Studio Bahia. We just launched bead name necklaces, and I actually have a bunch of different designs. This one's my favorite because it's got all of the different color beads, but if you are more monochromatic, we have blocks of colors that you can do. So there are many different options. I would love if you guys would, you know, check that out. It's just really fun to have name necklaces. It meant a lot to me growing up because my name was just rare. I liked wearing name based stuff, and I'm also doing a little free shipping promo till the 9th of September. So now we can actually get into the favorites, and before we start discussing the actual things, I would just like to give a little shout out to all of the members on my channel. Thank you to Tejas, Ashima, Shika, Shakuntala, Pooja, Karan, Ishani, Shika and Kamini. Yes, we do have 2 Shikas, so I think that's actually pretty cool. Thank you to you guys for supporting me and, you know, helping me create more regular content. If you're confused about what membership is, you might see a little join button just below this video next to the subscribe button, the join button. So you can sign up to be a member. It's a really tiny like recurring monthly subscription, but you can of course cancel at any time, and you get some perks like seeing my videos a little bit earlier, also my gratitude, and you also get a discount code which you can use on Studio Bahia. That's a new thing. I'm offering all of my members a special discount all of the time that I don't offer to non-members. And now I just quickly want to address the little thing that I said earlier, that this was going to be the last monthly favorites. So I did mean it, but also I was lying a little bit. I really like doing these favorites so much. Initially I used to do them at the start of 2019. I stopped doing them, but then I missed this sort of regular chat every month. It's nice and wholesome, and also if I don't actually discuss favorite monthly beauty products with you, I will likely forget about them later. Start of 2020 I brought back the favorites, and I have done one every single month since, but I feel like we've outgrown the favorite word. So I was thinking whether I should just kind of change the name of these videos. That's all I want to do. I want to not call them favorites anymore, but I don't really have a good alternative name either, so that's why I'm asking you guys for help. I've been thinking about like August Roundup or August in Review, or I had one more name in mind but I forgot. So what do you think? I just want the name to more holistically reflect the whole month, like not just favorites. We're not just talking about it. I don't know, or should we just keep the name? Shit, why did I just waste your time and my time also? Let's get into talking about the products and stuff. So the first thing I have is kind of a skincare product. It's something that I recently purchased from Colourpop, but I have kind of used this product previously from different brands. These are just basically blemish stickers, zit stickers, pimple patches, whatever you want to call it. The Colourpop one is actually from their skincare brand called 4th Ray Beauty, and they're called the Later Hater blemish stickers. One of the reasons that I was attracted to these stickers is look how cute. Rather than having stickers that kind of just disappear and try to hide themselves, these are like nice loud and bright stickers that bring attention to the spot, which I kind of like. Why try to hide them? Everyone gets zits, and I like the idea of embellishing the zit. Now these stickers have always really helped me for those specific kind of cystic pimples. I get acne also. I wouldn't put a sticker on acne, but when you get those like bigger, angrier, painful zits, then these are amazing because they do kind of help the zit calm down, or you know, go through that whole like cycle that it has to go through much faster. It's also great because it kind of protects it from bacteria. If you have a zit, it's possible that, like, you know, you are touching it and then the bacteria can cause a little infection. So it's nice to keep the area sterile. And one of the things I loved specifically about this particular zit sticker is that it's really adhesive, because previous ones that I've used, they would sometimes just fall off randomly and it would be really annoying, but this one is pretty sticky and wherever you put it, it's gonna stay. So you know, just make sure you put this on a clean face and put this on before you moisturize or anything, because if your face is like moisturized, it's likely going to be a little slippery and the sticker will not adhere properly. In this like one pack you get 48 stickers, but they are packaged in like pouches like this, so you're not opening up all 48 at the same time. I used 2 of these for one pimple that I had, and I think I'm gonna need another one tonight because there's this one thing on my chin or whatever. I do recommend this if you get pimples. Like, these are amazing. And the next thing I have is a little facial hair removal tool. It is a face razor. Not the first time I'm talking about face razors in favorites, but probably the best face razor I've ever used in my life. I can really say that with a lot of confidence, having used many facial razors, good quality ones. This is the best one I've used ever, and it's from this brand called Kai Japan. It's a Japanese brand. I've talked about Kai before. I have recommended their nail cutters before. I'm going to leave a link to the nail cutter also. Easily the best nail cutter I've used ever. I randomly realized I had one of their disposable razors, the regular body disposable one. So I used that one, and it lasted like 3 to 4 times the amount that a normal Indian disposable razor would last. It was so good. So I said, let me just, you know, buy one of their facial razors. My other favorite facial razor brand is also Japanese. It's called Feather Peony. It's also very good, but this is amazing. So one thing that attracted me to it is that most of the razor is metal. So this little guard thing on the outside is plastic, but the handle, this whole part that holds the blade, and the blade itself is actually stainless steel, and it says Kai Straight Razor. It looks really pretty. It has this cool guard thing that should prevent you from giving yourself cuts. Now I think I have got nicked by my razor if I've been careless, and there's a chance that you'll cut yourself if you're having, like, you know, too much uneven texture. I try to avoid shaving my face like just before my period when my face is more flared up, because that time, like, you're more likely to cut yourself. But otherwise, such a good razor, you guys. So quick, so efficient, and the fact that it's mostly metal, I think makes it sort of kinder on the environment, because metal is just more easily recyclable than plastic, and it feels so good in the hand. If you guys use facial razors, like, drop everything and go and try these out. Like, buy one box. I have the box here. Where is it? This is the box. I think you get 5 razors in a box. I just started using the first one. Just buy one box and try it out. And if you've been meaning to use facial razors, like you haven't used them so far, also buy one box and try it out. I still really like my brown facial trimmer, but most of the time razor is just more convenient for me, and I'm so happy that I found this. I don't know, like, why I'm this excited, but I am. It's a really nice razor. Next, I'd like to share a new favorite hairstyling product that I've loved using for over a month now, I believe. This is the L'Oreal Dream Lens No Haircut Cream, which is just basically a leave-in hair cream. I bought it on a whim. There's a whole range of this. There's like shampoo and conditioner and all, but I didn't need that. I just needed a hair styling, like after wash cream, and I tried this, and this has really been rocking my world. I use it in combination with my Arata gel to style my hair into my natural waves, and I really like how this feels. Now it does have silicone. I wish it didn't have silicone. It's really common in these kind of hair products to have silicone, but if you are following Curly Girl strictly, you cannot use this because of the ingredient. However, I love how it smells, I love how it feels, and I think it's suiting my hair pretty well, because I've noticed that all hair creams are definitely not alike and everything doesn't work well with gel for me, but this one works well with gel. And if you're not doing like a wavy hair thing, if you're just heat styling or leaving your hair like totally natural, but you're looking for a leave-in cream based styler, check this out. It's quite nice. It smells really good also. I like it. It feels nice. It's a good container, and I recently repurchased it. I'm just about like quarter of the way down my first bottle, but I already have my second one lined up. That's something I always do when I really like a product, you know. The final product that I have to share with you guys is not a single product. It's more of a change I made in my personal care routine. For so many years now, for some reason I have only been using liquid soaps or shower gels when I have a bath. I don't remember why I really quit soap, but for some reason I internalized that old liquid soap and shower gel is better than regular bar soap, and I really had not used a bar soap for so long. But you know, I've been kind of reading up on it and just trying to minimize the amount of plastic that I use in my day-to-day life. It is true that a majority of pollutants on earth are the industrial pollutants and like the giant corporations that are really causing most of our planet's problems, and I don't want to like say it's your personal responsibility to try to be more eco-friendly, but I think it doesn't hurt to just examine your habits and try to switch to slightly more sustainable habits if you can. For so many years I never really thought about it, but I've started thinking about it now, and I'm making whatever tiny changes that I can make. So one of the changes in that regard was I just switched back to bar soap, and it's amazing. I don't know why I didn't use bar soap for so long. I'm not going to be buying any new shower gel anymore. I'm just going to be using soap. I also am in the process of like trying out shampoo bars. So it's like a soap bar, but instead it's shampoo, and you don't have to buy shampoo in bottles. Until then, you know, this whole bar soap switch has made me happy and made me wonder why I didn't do it earlier. If you guys use bar soap, I would love to know, do you have any favorites? I'm using a Dove bar right now. It's really nice, really soft of course, but it gets a little squishy too easily. I'm gonna use like a pear soap after this, gonna try the glycerin soap, and then I would love your recommendations. Just something that feels nice, something not overtly fragrant maybe. I don't have a problem with fragrance, you know. Just tell me your favorite soap bars for washing your body. I would love to try them all. That was it for all of the August product favorites, and now we're gonna move on to the other stuff that I always talk about. And one experience that I want to chat about for the month of August was basically getting this new tattoo. I got a new tattoo after so many years. Like, I still don't remember how many, but I think it's been like 5 to 6 years since this tattoo, this Bowie one. And I initially thought I wanted to get more tattoos, but then I didn't want to do it just for the sake of it. I waited till a design spoke to me, and I got this particular like beachy tattoo from Utsavi of Borderline Tattoos in Mumbai. So she drew this tattoo also. This is fully her art, and she had this flash of like these beachy tattoos that you could book in July, I think. No, in June. Till the 1st of July you could make bookings on these designs, and I just really liked it. Like, the minute I saw these designs, it really spoke to me. I love the scribbly, doodly nature of the drawing. The whole imperfect part really spoke to me, and I loved like the colors and lines and everything. So getting this tattoo was a really nice experience. I just got it like recently, so it's like 97-98% healed, but it's still a little raised and a little flaky. and I think in another week or two it's gonna look amazing. But I'm really so pleased with this tattoo, and I had a great time. I also vlogged at the tattoo parlor, you know, but that vlog's not yet live. It's going to be live on my vlog channel like really soon, within the next couple of weeks. So I wanted to give this a shout out. Like, August has been a month where I've just been running around on pure vibes. I've been like on some kind of high with launching Studio Bahia and like everything. I'm just on some other plane only. I'm on cloud 9, and my life has changed. My day-to-day has changed so much. I used to live a more chilled life, and now I'm doing something or the other each and every single day, but it's really very exciting and wonderful, and I'm just really enjoying myself. But also I need to take a little break soon, otherwise I will burn out. But right now I'm enjoying this like hustling stage for a little while. Thank you for the really great response on my brand launch. It's made me very happy, you guys. Especially my ceramics did so well. Like, we sold out of the majority of stuff within a few days. I still have like 2 wall flowers available, but almost all of the unique pieces, like everything sold out really quickly. And I am working on my second drop soon. I am also going to start filming that, so you guys will see a ceramics video also in the future. So that is something that I'm really excited about, and it's just been great. Now on to TV shows. Because I've been so busy, I've been binging less than usual, but sometimes when I'm doing my pottery also, like when I'm building stuff at home, I'll have something on, and then I'll also work on something for me. So I have 2 TV shows to talk about for August, and the first one is White Lotus, which is, I think it's The White Lotus, which is an HBO show that aired in the month of August, and I saw a lot of hype for it. So, you know, I also started watching it pretty early when 1 or 2 episodes were out. So it's set in this really fancy resort in Hawaii. It just kind of goes over the span of the week. You see these families' day-to-day lives, and you also see some of the lives of the employees, but you only ever, like, everything takes place at the resort itself, so you don't see anything else. And I just really enjoyed the storytelling of it, the acting. Like, it's nicely done. It's kind of like that slow burn kind of story that slowly builds up tension, and it has this really interesting theme song also. If you watch White Lotus, you will get that theme stuck in your head. There are no vocals, it's just like an instrumental theme. A lot of really good performances, and I enjoyed the F out of it. Why am I saying F? Like, I don't want to swear on YouTube. I swear a lot in real life, but me saying F makes it just seem really, really childish. I don't know, whatever. But I thought it was a really good show, and I would recommend, like, everyone watch White Lotus at least once. I immensely enjoyed that first viewing, and I also realized that I really like it when shows drop once a week, in a time when we have most of the TV shows to kind of binge. You can finish a whole season in just a few days. I found that waiting for 1 episode a week really builds up the anticipation, and it helps me savor the show. So when it's like a fancy prestige show like White Lotus or Mare of Easttown or whatever, I like watching them once a week, and I really look forward to the next episode dropping. And the second TV show that I have to talk about is called Big Sky. It's not as fancy as White Lotus, but it was pretty entertaining to watch. It's centered around this group of private detectives, like a small little firm of private detectives set somewhere in the heartland of USA, and heartland just basically means it's not like in any of the coastal cities, it's more in the interior areas where like farming and all happens. It was a pretty good, like, long season. There were 16 episodes or something. The first half of it pretty much tells one story. The second half of it carries forward that first wala story, but there's also something else going on. The writing is not amazing, but there are a lot of really good performances, and there's also this trans actor who did a really amazing job. Trans representation on TV and everywhere in movies and all is still severely lacking, so it's just really good to see slightly more diverse cast. If you are the kind of person who likes to binge watch crimes and, like, you know, conspiracy kind of stuff, definitely check out Big Sky. You might really enjoy it. And that's all that I have to say for the month of August. I talked so much, I was just really in a mood. If you made it till the end of this video, thank you so much for putting up with me for such a long time. I'm so excited for the future as well. I think August was my best month of 2021 so far. Only going to go up from here. I think it's only going to be full of more milestones and joy and more good things. Thank you so much for being along for the ride, and I will see you guys next time.